Today, we explore the power of energy healing and its role in improving mental and physical health. After the break, we will dive into practical ways you can apply energy healing techniques at home, plus expert insights and more. This is Generations Gist with Joy. I am your host, Joy Onu. It's great having you once again on Generations Gist with Joy. Dr. James Iwowari, you're welcome. I want to ask you, I'm not going to ask you what energy therapy, energy healing is all about again. How does energy healing or energy therapy help in anxiety, depression, or any kind of psychological disorder?
Thank you very much, Joy. It's my pleasure being here again. And
Thank you.
I'm happy to always share knowledge concerning energy therapy for the benefit of energy therapy.
Yeah.
Energy therapy is very useful, not only for psychological and emotional health issues, but also for physiological health issues, including pains and other things. Now, how does energy therapy deal with depression, anxiety, and the how of it is what we teach in energy psychology, energy medicine. But let me quickly say that, yes, energy therapy is useful in helping the individual to achieve inner health, calmness, and in throwing away or resolving issues that are responsible for the anxiety and depression. There are things that cause these challenges. If they are not primarily physiological, in which case the cause is as a result of injuries, accidents that has happened to the brain, and there is a dysfunction in the brain, which could lead to constant anxiety, constant depression. There are factors that we call psychological factors, emotional factors, that are responsible for this kind of issues also. So energy therapy is useful in dealing with those emotional and psychological factors, and also helping even in these cases of physiological health issues where depression has come in finding the root cause of that particular challenge and in helping the individual to resolve it, working not exclusively, but working with psychiatrists, working with psychologists who are also positioned to support the individual in his recovery journey.
Okay, can energy therapy improve? You said it already. Physical health, like the high blood pressure, the diabetes, and the rest of them.
If you have done studies in this area, in these major health challenges, you will see that stress is one of the major factors. And energy therapy is a very good tool in resolving stress. So, and if it resolves stress, it means that it's capable of helping people who have these challenges, both autoimmune health challenges and related physiological health issues. Energy therapy is very, very useful in even the aches and pains, resolving aches and pains that people experience.
Okay.
It is useful in dealing with traumatic experiences, really healing emotional trauma. Why is this important? It's because if you research, I won't say if you have done some studies, if research has shown that unresolved psychological health issues, unresolved emotional health issues are at the foundation of various physiological health manifestations. So if we are able to resolve these emotional and psychological health issues, which is done very well with energy therapy, you find that you are helping the people who are manifesting these other health challenges to heal. The benefit of energy therapy spans, like I said, spans beyond psychological to physiological. Aches and pains are easily managed, and the people who manifest some of these high-end physiological health issues, they go through aches and pains. It's a big issue. Okay. Even structural deformations, there are certain aspects of energy psychology, energy medicine processes that help with structural deformation, resetting bones, quantum touch, for example.
Okay.
helps in resetting bones, yes, in adjusting hips, because sometimes when the hips are not aligned, they can cause issues. Even the occipital bones here, also when they are not properly aligned, they also can cause eye challenges. So energies medicine aspect or modality that can deal with those challenging problems with quantum
Are
touch.
you saying that energy healing or energy therapy can help in this physiotherapy, physio problem that you are saying
Yes,
now, like the quantum touch?
yes. You know, what I let people know is that we are all energy, as even science has established in
Okay.
the equation, energy is equal to m times c squared, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we are all energy, and everything that manifests in this physical world is a function of energy.
Yeah.
You know, we are looking at the wave factor, the radiation manifesting as wave and particle. So, you know, it manifests in two different forms, wave, that wave or particle. The particle aspect of it is matter. So we are all energy. And because we are energy, we are impacted positively by energy of all kinds, you know. And energy therapy is bringing this energy in a concentrated way to bring healing and support to the individual. And it is irrespective of what the challenge is. It might take some time.
Irrespective.
Yes, it might take some time, but ultimately, with consistency and perseverance in the practice, it helps.
Okay, you know, I just asked you about high blood pressure, diabetes, and so. Now you said irrespective. Can energy therapy help in healing diseases like cancer, kidney issues, liver issues, and other organ issues?
You know, the challenge with us as human persons that we have just that we have compartmentalized knowledge.
Yeah.
That is also how we have compartmentalized diseases
Okay.
and call them all kinds of different names. But when we look at now we're talking about lifestyle modification. When you eat good food, you do exercises, you do, you know, you do diet, your body now is properly reset and it begins to heal itself. And in healing itself, it's irrespective of the problem. It doesn't matter whether it is cancer, it is diabetes, it is the moment the
Okay.
body is prepared
Okay.
in its correct way, it will begin to heal itself. And that's why some people talk about miracle. So, you know, no, I was just doing lifestyle modification and my blood pressure came down, my diabetes became a thing of the past, my sugar level normalized. You know, all these are manifestations of dysfunction in the body system. So if we are able to remove all these dysfunctions in the body system, then the body is in a position to properly heal itself. And that is what we normally people know about, that the body heals itself if it is not put in the normal state. So energy therapy is one of the modalities that helps the body to come back to its what we call homeostasis, that is balance and harmony. And why is it important? Is because, like I said, 85, according to research, 80 to 85% of physical health issues have their roots at emotional level. Most of the things that triggered physiological health challenges are rooted in our negative emotions.
Okay.
That is why some people, when something happens, you say, "Oh, don't tell grandma." You know, somebody passes a son, a daughter passes away. The brothers are say, "Don't tell grandma, don't tell mama." Now, so that they don't. Why are they keeping that information? It's because they recognize that there is a relationship between the psychological state of an individual and the physiological health condition of that person.
Okay.
So that is what we call somatization.
So that will not trigger the...
Yes.
Okay.
So if you regulate the emotional well-being of the individual in a proper way, you are also at the same time regulating the physiological health of that person. So what energy therapy does is to focus on the emotional wellness, change your thinking process, your mental programs, change the way you react to certain situations. You know, even if you have reacted, you change the dynamics of that reaction in the body, so that the individual becomes well. That's what we call life event experiences. Life event experiences will happen how you interpret those life event experiences are dependent upon the programs that you have.
Okay.
Now, if those programs are negative, you will react negatively. So your behavior will become an unwanted behavior. And that behavior is what you can use to go and box somebody, slap somebody, you see how the chain reaction comes.
Yeah.
So to avoid that end, which also includes sicknesses, you need to look at the life event experiences in the context of a new form of, or a new set of reactions, mental programs.
Okay.
So what we do in energy therapy is actually to readjust that mental program,
Okay.
so that you do not have negative reaction.
Now let me ask you, you were talking about lifestyle modification. Now, does lifestyle modification itself, exercises, diet and the rest of it, part of the energy healing program? Or it helps in...
It's part of the energy healing program. Because if in the energy healing process, if we identify that there's a particular behavioral pattern that does not help you in having better health or having better results in your life, we advise you to modify it, to change it. When we help an individual to remove old program, we also need to install new program, so that the person is not moving away empty. And some people usually are afraid of their new identity, and that's why they don't want to change the old one. So we have what we call resistance to heal in the process. So yes, if lifestyle changes, which energy therapy is part of, it's important for the individual. We so advise.
Okay, you were talking about, while the process of healing is going on, from the psychologist also, or maybe the psychiatrist, that if the person is not healing, maybe the energy therapy will have to come in. At this point, what is the relationship between the energy therapy or energy healing with the psychiatrist healing or the psychological counseling? What is their relationship, and how are you going to come in to make sure that this helps humanity?
Yes, every modality is geared towards helping the human person. It is the human person that is important. So the psychiatrist is looking at the brain, what is happening there, how is that affecting the individual. Talk about psychosis, talk about bipolar disorder and different other things that affect the mind at the brain level, actually. Now, the psychologist also looks at the mind. The difference in what we do is the focus of the healing process. The energy psychologist is looking at the energy. Is looking at, because the initial modalities don't recognize the existence of the energy element, which is a major a major line that separates the three functions. These other ones look at the physical body, but the energy psychologist is looking at it from the energetic perspective. So what are the factors, energy factors, that could be responsible for the manifestation of this health challenge, if you like, mental health challenge? Okay, so there are various other factors. These various other factors, because they were not being looked at from the scientific perspective initially, they belonged to the religious activities. People now relied on religion, on religious activities to deal with these other aspects. But now science is gradually developing to the point where they appreciate that these things actually need to be looked at from a scientific perspective. So the body before was not just looked at and at the physical level, but now we have MRI, we have a scan, we have things that look at the body from an energetic perspective. You get the point? To know where is the domain of this challenge, what is causing this challenge. Now, there is also biofeedback. There are things that probes that you can put on the head. They may not touch the head. Actually, they will just be hanging because of the way it is designed. But they are getting information concerning the well-being of that individual with respect to the frequencies and other things that are happening in the individual. So these are advancements in science now that get to show us that it is not just physical,
Okay.
that there are other things. So in energy psychology, we also look at the energetic profile of the individual. We look at the before energy, before the person. There is what we call post pre pre pre-birth trauma.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have pre-birth trauma. What are the issues that happened before this child was even born? We also look at past life. That and all these things are anchored in the energy field of the individual. And research recently are now bringing out this, that you can see behind where the pattern emanated from. And when you begin to resolve those patterns of the past, you are helping the individual to heal. It's it's not. Some people will say, "Oh, this is deep," but it's really not deep if you understand the basics of it.
Doctor, I would like you to actually, the last interview we had, you were about talking about the pre-birth causes of reactions or actions of today.
Yes.
So can you take us to that? Because we really are interested in this, and for the benefit of those who wants to know about more, wants to know more about energy healing, therapy, and what energy healing is really all about, we really want to know, what is that pre-birth pattern, pre-birth this that is creating the
challenges
now
of the present.
the now of the person or the patients.
Yeah, you see, people talk about past life. And some people say, "Oh, I don't believe in past life." Whether you believe in past life or not, it does happen. There is past life. Okay, and people can come with consequences of what happened in the past life into present life. Again, some people say they don't believe that.
Is it like a reincarnation you are talking about?
Beautiful, beautiful. You are hitting at on the right word. But the reincarnation is looked upon as a religious factor. But so that's why I'm avoiding using the word reincarnation. But we're actually talking about reincarnation. That people come with past life experiences into the present life, into current life. Now, you say, how do you know? There are ways of finding out. You can recognize it by your own self. You can recognize it by somebody taking you through your life cycles. You can also recognize it through energy therapy. We do what we call muscle testing. We ask your energy, because the truth is that our energy keeps record of all the things that we have done as human spirits that are passing through physical experience on this earth. The energy has record of it. So if you ask your energy, if I help and asking your energy now, is this your first incarnation here? Your energy definitely will say no. This is not your first incarnation. I'm telling you what I have done and what results we have received.
So real.
Is it 50th incarnation? The energy said no. But have you come several times? This is where demonstration comes in.
Okay.
If there is somebody who can, volunteer now, it's okay, let us demonstrate this and see whether it is true or not. Fine. Now, what is the impact of that? The impact of that is that a lot of people have phobias here. And that phobia started from childhood. So they cannot say, I learned how to be phobic, in school or from my parents. Or no, it is intrinsic in the individual. You see water, I don't want to go to water. I don't want to cross water. Such a person may have drowned in past life, or must have seen somebody drowning in past life. You get it? And then the energy is registered, the information is registered. That's what we call precarious traumatization. There will also what we call vicarious traumatization. Now, this vicarious traumatization is the process where you yourself, who is not involved in anything, but just mere hearing or seeing it, you get traumatized. That trauma does not leave except you resolve it.
Okay.
So many traumatic experiences we pass through in life, they don't go away except we resolve them. Okay. And what happens is that when you are traumatized, when something happens and you become traumatized, either through abuse, through loss of somebody, through betrayal, through family issues, loss of authority or loss of... and you generate bad feelings around it because of their mental program. Now, that energy you have generated does not go away. And what happens is if it doesn't go away, it hangs into your energy. If you pass away, it's still with you.
Okay.
Because what has passed away is the physical body. The individual who used that body as a garment continues to live. Now, if the person comes back and that trauma is not resolved, whether here or in the beyond,
Comes back through birth?
through birth, yes,
Okay.
through reincarnation, that's what you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
So that person still has that information, and it will continue to be activated as long as that person comes in contact with the situation that led to that trauma. So that is why trauma resolution is very, very important.
So now, what is that birth? You said some people's own comes through birth.
Yes.
You know, the trauma through birth. How
Yes.
does that come up?
Now, you see, when a mother is pregnant and the woman goes through traumatic experience, there is a vibration that is created. And that, don't forget that the child in the womb has a link with the mother. So that vibration is also experienced by the child. So many children get traumatized in the womb,
Wow.
even before birth. Now, birth process is also another way.
Okay.
You know, some people go through cesarean section.
Okay.
When the knife, in those days, used to be knife. I don't know, still knife, but in some environments, they use laser now.
Okay.
Now, they used to, as the approach of the knife comes, parents who have, mothers who have done cesarean section will tell you that there is a cringing of the baby.
Even while they were
At that
put to
point,
sleep.
where when the cut is going to be.
Okay.
What does that happen? It happens because, sorry, this is some advanced knowledge.
There's
for
some of
people.
them I put to sleep before that. I
Some-
will still feel it.
No, I'm not talking about the mother.
Okay, the baby.
The baby is active. It's not, the baby is not asleep.
Okay.
You know, it's the mother that is asleep.
Yeah.
In some situations, some of the mothers to see what is happening, and
Okay,
they go through the pain. So, but the point I'm making is, when the knife is approaching, the knife sends radiation. Don't forget, everything radiates.
So the
Everything
baby,
is energy.
yeah.
It sends the radiation, and the baby sees a radiation coming. You know, why do you think some babies, when they bring knife close, they do like?
Okay.
Because there is already a registration in their energy memory that something like this exists.
Yeah.
So that is another aspect. When you are talking about baby, children, pre-birth, birth. So those are the things that do traumatize the child. Another one, which is very, very significant, is the behavior in the family.
Okay.
If the mother is the one that is used as a punching bag by a father in the house, irrespective of the fact that the woman is pregnant, you know, there's some people say they punch their. That act itself creates trauma for the child, because the child is a human being, but it takes information from the age of 3 months. The child is already beginning, when the 3 to 4 months, when the soul that is using the body is incarnating into it. At that period, the child is already sensitive and
now,
absorbs information.
Now, what you said now is that all of those things, is the child will carry over those things.
Yes.
So the adulthood behavioral pattern.
Yes.
So now, what do you do as a healing therapist now?
Yes, using energy therapy, energy healing modality.
Okay.
We access that energy.
Okay.
You know, the child will present certain conditions, and a trained and certified energy therapist will know when to step in that domain of information to go and get that information and resolve it. I'll give you an example. A young lady, she was, I think, in year 2 in the university, was brought to me for the reason that from time to time, her memory will just go blank. And everything that she has will fall. If her phone, things like that, you know. So they wanted to know what can be done. I first activated the memory to connect the various domains of the brain. It's a healing process, you know, that I also teach for people when they want to learn. So we did that for some months. the thing didn't reoccur.
Okay.
However, it did occur again. And when it did, they came back.
Okay.
I now asked the child, because I now did what we call exploratory diagnosis. I now asked the child, did your mother tell you anything about you when she was pregnant? She said no. I said, okay, go and ask your mom. Some of these things, there is also intuition that is involved.
Yeah.
Receiving information.
Doctor, we would like to, we'll come back after this short break. We'll be back shortly after the short break.
The world is no longer a global village. It is a neighborhood. Generations come and go, but the gist they start lingers. The platform that sustains those gists is here. Be a part of the conversation on Generation Gist with Joy. From policymakers to politicians, medical personnel to traders, labor leaders to students, the young and the old. It's Generations Gist with Joy.
It's your generation, it's my generation, it's our generation.
Come, let's tag along on Generation Gist with Joy. Please join us.
You're welcome back. This is Generations Gist with Joy, and we are on here with Dr. Iwowari James, and we've been talking about energy healing and therapy. Doctor, you were talking about the reincarnation, the attitude of children who have carried over some characters from pregnancy, from birth, and whatever. So briefly, can you tell us more?
Yes, before we went on short break, I was talking about a young lady who was brought, who was always forgetting things, frequently forgetting things. The thing comes and she just drop her things. It wasn't, they thought it was this problem that make people fall down and foam. Epilepsy. They thought it was epilepsy, but it wasn't. So I asked the lady, to go and ask the mother what happened when she was pregnant. So 3 days after, the lady came. The lady I'm talking about now has graduated from the university after, she's an influencer now. I won't mention her name.
No, not at all.
So she asked the mother. The mother said that when she was pregnant, she was overdue in the delivery. So when they were putting her to deliver, that she lost consciousness. And they had to resuscitate her before she delivered. So that information, that event, got registered in the memory of the child. Get it? So we had to go back to that time to go and call back that energy and resolve that temporary seizure. Loss of consciousness in the mother, which she registered as a part of the living, her energy. So when we say something like this, people think that how can that be? But these are realities.
I was going to ask you that. I said you recalled back the memory,
Yes,
like
the energy.
The energy.
Yes.
So if you talk about something like this, it looks like the traditional Ifa or something or whatever.
No.
So how is this related to the spiritual traditional one, the medical, and what you are doing now?
The medical is a laboratory medicine. It's not that's why the part of the medicine that the medicine is very good. The Western medicine, the laboratory medicine, the allopathic medicine is very good, but it is not complete because in the nature has given us also the healing modalities that before the science comes. Science is helping us to, if we have a medicine for headache, for example, science will look at it and say, what are the active ingredients? Extract them and mass produce them so that they'll be readily available to so many other people. It is not that they condemn the native aspect of it. It's not that, for commercialization, that's our method is not fantastic. Now, what we are doing is not different from what has been done in the past, but the thing is that we didn't have records.
Yeah.
I studied energy psychology and energy medicine in the US.
Okay.
I didn't study it in Nigeria. So what I'm saying is not a Nigerian thing.
Yeah.
But I have researched the African traditional energy medicine.
Okay.
And I have found out that most of the things that have been documented scientifically, which we studied and are now putting into practice, have been done in our culture by, at the different times, but we didn't have documentation. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yes. So energy medicine, energy psychology is not hanging in the air.
Okay.
It has its roots.
Okay.
But some of those roots, for example, like I said in African traditional medicine, we are not documented. But Chinese people documented their own, which is what gave to acupuncture, acupressure, and several other Japanese that did Reiki. They documented. Reiki is healing with the hands and the energy of the hand.
Okay.
Research has shown that your hand emits frequencies, just like every other part of the body emits frequencies. So there is science behind what I am talking about.
Okay.
It's not in contradiction to existing Western medicine. Having to heal somebody going back to the energy of the time. Yes, the energy keeps information, and you can approach the energy, get that information, reprogram it.
Okay.
This is where the knowledge comes in. That's where the skill comes in.
Okay.
So people who are my students, they understand how the process goes, and so it was not it's not anything hula balu as some people will think.
Yeah, doctor. There is this thing that is so common now, memory loss. You know, with some people who are just above 50, above 60. In those days, it wasn't really like that from what I read, the research I made. You know, a lot of people are going through memory loss. Is this energy therapy and healing, can it really help?
It can help. Energy therapy can help in memory recalls.
Okay.
Yes, and I have done
especially
one or two,
in people who are over 50 and
yes,
above.
I've done 1 or 2 videos to demonstrate what an individual can do to bring about memory recall.
Okay.
Certain aspects of the brain domain that are storage domains, the new information domain, different other domains. If these domains are not functioning effectively, then there will be a miscommunication amongst them. So the idea is to bring them to talk to one another. The different domains of the brain need to be speaking to one another, and the person they do that. Okay. But over time, because of the kind of food we eat, because of the kind of things, the things we drink, the kind of environments, we talk about all these things, gadgets we have, they all emit frequencies. But those frequencies do not harmonize with the frequency of the energy of the body. Okay. So there is conflict. So somebody who knows will constantly put himself in certain modes that will help regenerate the frequencies in such a way that it will not cause problems for the person. We talk about eating, for example, removing your shoes and walking on bare floor, not bare floor, bare ground, where there is sand and the leaves. So that condition generates some negative ions that is helpful in taking away most of the positive ions that we have generated in our activities over the day and over the week. We need to discharge some of them. The
negative ones.
Yes. Okay. We are not able to discharge them because we wear shoes. We are electricity. Everything that is energy creates electricity.
Perhaps that is the reason that when we touch naked wires, we can get shocked.
Yeah, because we are conductors. Okay. We have also energy. Some people can shake you and you feel the shock also. Okay. Yeah. Some people, if you put in their mattress, you are on the top of your mattress, if you run your hand like this during certain weather condition, you will see sparks, from your palms. you see sparks. So those are part of the explanations
okay.
to tell you that, yes, you generate electricity.
Okay.
Now, if we generate this electricity, which we do all the time, they say one cell takes about generate 0.07 ohms, thereabout, and you have how many trillion cells in the body. You can see the amount of electricity that we generate. That when this electricity works, it needs to be discharged.
Okay.
But we are not discharging it because we are wearing rubber shoes. We are wearing shoes that protect us from contacting the earth energy.
Them.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we remove our shoes, we go to those places, we discharge some of this, and then it helps the brain to also balance. If you overwork something and there is heat, we put air condition to help us.
Yeah,
so those exercises are exercises that help us to recondition ourselves so that the body system will work effectively.
Okay, doctor, what are those signs that shows that someone's energy is blocked? Because I've heard of the energies are blocked like that. What are the signs that someone's energy are blocked or people's energies are blocked, and how does it affect the health?
Energy blockages can come in different ways. It can manifest physiologically. It can also be at the emotional level. If you are constantly angry, for example, something is wrong.
Okay.
If you are always feeling tired and fatigued, something is wrong. If you are not moving forward in life, something is wrong.
Okay.
All these are factors that could be can manifest as a result of blockages in your energy system. There are so many other ones. So you only need to go to a therapist and check. I want to check my energy. The way people go to
does
doctors,
that affect health too?
Yes, physiological health and the emotional health, psychological health. These are factors. Because the energy, when energy comes into you, there are channels through which this energy comes in. Now, the channels are called chakras or energy biocenters when they come in. And when they move through the body, they move through what we call meridians.
Okay.
And then, of course, they form, because each of these chakras has its own frequencies, and each frequency has a color. So these colors come together and form a hue around the individual, which is called the aura, the human biofield. Now, if there is a blockage, the energy will not flow through. And if the energy is not flowing through, it then means that the colors in their energy system will not be bright.
Wow.
So, and that means that it will be attracting bad energies, negative energies, according to the law of homogeneity.
Okay.
So you find that you go into certain places, you feel overwhelmed, you feel drained, for example. You feel that you are not together with yourself.
Yeah.
All these feelings, as a result, that are calling you to look at your energy and say, what is wrong with my system?
Okay.
But people don't do that because it doesn't stop them from eating food. It doesn't stop them from going to work. It doesn't stop them from doing until it generates into serious physiological health challenge.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you would really like to show us some little exercise for the benefit of the viewers who want to know the exercise to do, little ones about their health. I don't know if you can really show us,
I am usually magnanimous in demonstrating energy therapy, but I'll ask that you come to learn or study energy therapy properly so that you become able to help yourself, help your family members, as it were. Because sometimes when you read some books or you watch TV, YouTube, they show you how to do this for trauma, for this. And if you open up the trauma layer, another trauma that is hidden below that particular one that is bigger might come up and you find problems. So this time I want to, she asked me a question about memory, and I want to give you a small exercise that you can use to activate the flow of life force energy within your brain so that the brain lobes will communicate among themselves. If you rub your hands together, you can sit down, you can stand up, it doesn't matter. It could be maybe during your exercise, normal exercises.
I'm joining you.
You rub your hands and you place your left palm at the back where the head joins the neck. And then you place this right palm, just in front of your frontal lobe, where we call the third eye chakra. Now, if you are usually seriously stressed, which can lead to this memory challenge sometimes, you are going to calm your brain down. You hold this for a couple of seconds or even minutes if you are able. Hold it. And while you are holding it, you are breathing in. You breathe in, you breathe out. You do that exercise for a couple of much more seconds or a couple of minutes. It will help your brain calm down. Then another one that is also brain related is when you do that, you can tap your head, tap the points of the head like this a couple of times. You can count 1 to 10. You stop. You come to this side of the ear and this side of the ear. You bring them together and then you tap. You can also count from 1 to 10, okay, while doing this. So you come on top of the head like this. There are all different compartments of the head, and then you tap like this. You can also count from 1 to 10. Do this exercise once a day and monitor yourself for 1 week and see whether your level of memory recall would have increased or is declining. It will not decline, it will increase because you are activating the various segments of the brain and they will start communicating with themselves. I won't tell you the science behind all these things, because if you want, you should now come for training and certification.
Thank you very much, doctor. And that was the exercise you could do at home to help yourself. But in case you need help, you can contact us or you contact him. However you contact us, then we'll take you to him, for energy therapy, energy healing. Nobody is perfect. Everybody is not 100% well. So we need assistance, we need help. And Dr. James Iwowari is here to assist us in our energy healing. While we were talking about all of these diverse energies, illnesses, and how energy therapy can be of assistance, I'm going to ask you again, is there any collaboration, or do you think there should be collaboration between the traditional healers, the conventional psychiatrists, and the psychologists in as a collaboration to be able to heal properly? Because Nigeria right now, you can say that again, that a lot people they need a lot of help psychologically,
yes.
One way or the other. A lot of people, financial, physical health, and all whatnot. So what are the collaboration you have now with all of these people?
Yes, I won't say there is serious collaboration, because people are yet to accept what I am doing. A few people have understood and they invite me as a consultant to their hospitals. I have engagement agreement with some hospitals. So when they have clients that they think should see me, they invite me and I will come and see those clients. Sometimes it helps to accelerate the healing process of the individual, so they don't come back to the hospital for repeat issues. So that's a problem, or a challenge. But yes, there's supposed to be a collaboration between the psychiatrists, the psychologists, the medical practitioner, and the energy health practitioner, because the body is not just physical body, or the individual, not meant to use the body. The individual is not just physical. That's what we call the mind, the body, spirit, interconnectedness that makes the individual a human being. Now, the person can be dysfunctional at these 3 levels. And unfortunately, what we focus is on the physical body alone. I have psychometric instruments I send to people. If you contact me about your emotional well-being, I send you a psychometric instrument. You evaluate what traumas have you passed through in their life, what reactions have you had, as a result of these traumas, and then what behavioral patterns have you noticed that are manifesting in your life. Maybe you think too much, maybe you worry too much, maybe you are always angry, maybe you get easily enraged. These are coping mechanisms that you have developed to counter the trauma that you have,
Yeah,
experienced.
because of time
So,
now. Okay, you can complete.
yeah. So
but
quickly, we say yes, it's important to have this combination of support. Don't just go for physiological health issues. Also, from time to time, check your emotional well-being, because that is very, very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, doctor, I don't know. I don't know if you could tell us a bit about. You said about they don't know yet about what is the percentage of acceptance for this energy healing, energy therapy in Nigeria.
I am glad to say that although I've spent 20 years pursuing this information, pushing this information to the public, I'm glad to say that awareness is growing.
Okay.
I have opportunity to give public speaking, where I talk about traumas and the benefit of energy therapy and resolving traumatic experiences, talk about leadership and leadership challenges and how energy therapy can help, talk about students' performance in schools, test anxieties and others, and how energy therapy can help. So all these opportunities to speak, both nationally and internationally. I was in Rwanda. Okay. I spoke about trauma and their experience with genocide. So they were very excited and welcomed. I spoke to people in Cameroon. In fact, I spent a week healing people and teaching people. I have about 13 students in Cameroon.
How to heal themselves.
Yes. So, I also empower their practice so they can, heal other people. So energy therapy is growing. Okay. We are about to establish Energy Therapy Practitioners Association of Nigeria. We are already in the CAC. The approval is being processed. Okay. We are also have Energy Therapy Forum. Okay. Forum of Nigeria, where people who have experienced energy therapy, they belong to that forum and share information. They get.
Yeah. What's for the benefit of time, and what is your relationship now with the federal government, especially the Federal Ministry of Health, about energy therapy? Is it being accepted now? Just few minutes.
No. We wrote a letter to Ministry of Health. We haven't gotten a response. It's been what do you call it now? Bureaucracy in the system is. But we are a member of Integrative Medicine Practitioners of Nigeria, Integrative Medicine Practitioners Association of Nigeria. So, and that organization is relating with the Federal Ministry of Health at various levels. So when there is issues about practice and responsibility, and, getting people to find support with energy medicine, they quickly call me. We are also training through that association. We are training energy therapy practitioners, people who are also integrative medicine. And in integrative medicine, there are medical practitioners, there are acupuncturists, there are herbal medicine practitioners, and all this. So it's a veritable platform to push also the agenda.
Yeah, in 30 seconds, what do you have to tell viewers now who have not yet known much about energy therapy?
Please come and learn energy therapy. Please, I'm begging you, because in the next couple of years, that will be the ultimate in health. We are moving away from too much drug-based healing modalities. So energy therapy is being run in the US and in some other countries. I am pushing it in Nigeria. This is 20 years of it, and it's important that you get to know about energy therapy. There are basic exercises like the one I demonstrated that you can use to hold, activate your energy when you are feeling low. When you have headache, there are certain things you can do, if you're a corporate executive.
Thank you very much, Doctor. You cannot even exhaust it now. We have a lot, and by the grace of God, we'll be here again to discuss more about energy therapy, energy healing. Thank you, Doctor, for coming on the show. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
I'm
glad to be with you.
Thank you, sir.
The world is no longer a global village. It is a neighborhood. Generations come and go, but the gist they start lingers. The platform that sustains those gists is here. Be a part of the conversation on Generation Gist with Joy. From policymakers to politicians, medical personnel to traders, labor leaders to students, the young and the old. It's Generations Gist with Joy.
It's your generation, it's my generation, it's our generation.
Come, let's tag along on Generation Gist with Joy. Please join us.
From stress relief to supporting chronic illness management, energy therapy is gaining recognition around the world. It's about finding balance, mind, body, and energy, and learning how both traditional and holistic approaches can work together. Energy healing is more than a trend. It's a practical way to boost your well-being. Take small steps daily, stay mindful, and keep finding ways to care for your mind and body. And on that note, we wrap up this week's episode of Generations Gist with Joy. For sponsorship, partnership, or more information about the show, please contact us at generationsgistwithjoy@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow and engage us on all our social media platforms. This has been an insightful conversation with Dr. Iwowari James. From all of us here, do have a great weekend. Remember, your generation is your identity, and always be your brother's keeper. Let's keep believing, keep building, and keep the Nigerian spirit alive. I am still your host, Joy Onu. See you next week.